Daniel, just get your thoughts on that, obviously, just in terms of obviously the scoreline and the performance.
Yes, first of all, it's of course disappointing when you lose the last game of the season 5-0. Of course, we're highly motivated to travel back with a better result. If we are really honest, I think in our personal situation, we knew that today we wouldn't be competitive against, without any doubt, one of the best sides in the world. I think today we had 10 academy products on our game day squad, and we're not even able to fill the whole bench today. Had 2 goalkeepers on the bench. To be honest, that's then in the end not enough in order to be competitive with one of the best sides in the world. So if I'm honest, didn't speak with my players before this, but when you have a look on their bench before the game and our bench, you could feel a bit scared for that, I have to say. So the lads tried a lot today. I also feel that the result is a bit harsh on them and perhaps not really a fair reflection of the game. Of course, Man City was a better side and deserved to win this game, but also like 2 goals of Kevin De Bruyne, 2 world-class goals, more like both in added times anyhow. And I also got the feeling we created several chances, especially for such an away game here, and should have scored also at least 2 or 3 goals. So when I think about the ruled out situation with Onel Hernandez, Timo Pukki, 100% chance, 1 against 1 on the goalkeeper from the middle line, Josh Martin out of 11 yards, more like a penalty, Adam Ider with a good chance. If I'm honest, for an away game here at Man City, in our personal situation, a lot. And again, so the win for Man City is without any doubt deserved, but I think perhaps a 3-2 or something like this would have been a better reflection. For that, we travel back disappointed with the result without any doubt, but I can't blame my lads too much today because under the circumstances, let's be honest, we're not really competitive on this side.
Obviously, looking at Teemu Pukki's chance today, I suppose a lot going forward into next season is going to be crucial on getting the old Teemu Pukki back rather than the one, I guess, who took that chance today.
Yes, that's right. But if I'm honest, I'm not worried about the scene because the best strikers in the world sometimes they miss an unbelievable chance. And for Timo, he had to work a lot during this game. Was also, of course, because of last week's not full of confidence. Anyhow, he was there was lots of workload today and many good movements. And if he's full of confidence and he asks the goalkeeper, okay, which corner should I choose? Anyhow, and then he scores. It's just like in a situation we are already relegated. He hasn't scored a goal since weeks. This happened. So it's just important, not just for Timo, but for all of us right now, to draw a line pretty quick under the season, more like to recharge a bit, also to clear the head, really a quick turnaround, and then to have a fresh start into the next season. And then I'm pretty sure we'll see Timo also in many situations celebrating for a goal for us.
And just finally, if I may, what is the plan now until whenever you guys all break away for your break? What's the plan for you guys in terms of meetings and things like that?
Yes, first of all, we'll travel back hopefully pretty quick today. Then tomorrow we have another meeting at the training ground, more like a last session, and also like to speak about this game, also to speak in general about the whole season. So I think we don't have to do this too long, but also more like then to speak about individual training plans for the break, what the players have to do, to explain this a little bit. So it's, I think, important right now to speak about everything. Then with this talk and this meeting to draw a line under the season. Then from Tuesday on, the lads will have a few days off, and I think it's also important to send them off. Although next season starts pretty quick, but they need some time. And then will be a short preseason in order to prepare ourselves then with a new group, and hopefully then also like the core group will be with us together, but also some fresh faces. That's definitely sure, and we need also this fresh energy and with the short preseason then to be ready also for the next big challenge and big demand, the championship.
Thank you as always, Daniel. Have a good break.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Okay, Paddy Davitt from the EDP.
Daniel, how are you?
Yes.
Commiserations today, mate. Commiserations. Like you say, you didn't have a best hand, did you, with only 8 subs and injuries and suspensions. But on that, can I just clarify, Tom Tribal not involved again today, wasn't involved last week. What's the situation then?
No, that's right. He was not available out of private reasons.
Out of what? Sorry, private reasons.
Out of personal and private reasons. So that was reason. So
Okay.
and no one has to worry that much or whatever. It's more like was just out of private reasons.
Okay, understood. I mean, as you say, the final result you probably wouldn't argue with, but again, that 2-minute spell where Onel scores and then literally Jesus there to find margins, it really most of the season you fell on the wrong side of.
Yes, to be honest, especially with VAR, I got the feeling. So we had bad, not just bad luck, but also like harsh decisions against us. Also today, it's perhaps within the rules that Onel's feet, I think, was perhaps offside anyhow. But I think 12 months ago, this is a situation: 2 players on one height and no offside anyhow. Right now, we draw a technical line and we find okay that this 2 is anyhow in offside. It's harsh to accept because it's within the rules, but perhaps I would say not in the sense of the game that this situation is ruled out, especially not because there was a foul before on Markus Tiepermann. Without this foul, anyhow, Onel wouldn't be in an offside situation because there was a delay because of this foul. So it's more like because Markus Tiepermann was fouled, we were in an offside situation. It feels harsh if I'm really honest. So and actually you think, okay, you're 1-0 in lead, great, so a good boost for the self-confidence, a bit more complicated for them. And then 1 minute later, they were able to score the first goal. And then of course we know once you're back anyhow in our personal situation, it's difficult. And it's harsh also to accept that Kevin De Bruyne with 2 really world-class goals anyhow. So there are not many players in world football who are capable to score these 2 goals in this way, and also both in added time, also like in harsh moments of the game. So I think the 5-0 is really harsh on my lads. In general, perhaps a 3-2 or 4-2 or something like this would have been a fair reflection of the game. And if we would have managed to go in lead, then you never know. It could happen. Then perhaps there's a repetition of the first game anyhow. So many odds during the season were against us. It's really difficult to accept. So I'm also happy that we can draw right now in line pretty quick under this season.
2 more if I can. A broader point on Onel. I mean, again, he had that slaloming run second half, and Edison's made a good stop. Looked very lively today. It's probably been as good as any, would you say, since the restart week to week? I mean, now you're hoping going back into the Football League, there's a player who could really have a big impact for you.
Yes, definitely. I'm pretty pleased with Onel's development, also what he gave to the team. Sometimes we are criticizing him that he could invest a bit more, but what he's done especially in the recent weeks was, I think, outstanding. Our most consistent offensive player, and also today, in general, we create many chances. A situation with Onel, then Timo Pukki 1-against-1 on the goalkeeper from the middle line. Josh Martin out of 11 yards, more like a penalty. Onel 1-against-1 against Ederson with a great save. Adam Ider with a good chance. So we created a lot, and Onel was quite important for this. So with his power and with his ability in 1-against-1 situation, he was crucial for us. And it says a lot also like what we missed once he was injured. So in terms of injuries, we had really unbelievable bad luck during the season, and we missed also Onel in a major part during the season. I'm pretty pleased that we have him back, and also good for his confidence that he came back that strong, and hopefully he can bring this shape also into the next season, because then he will definitely be a threat on championship level.
Just final one if I can. You've already said you expect Pukki to be here next season and scoring your goals. I know you can't do anything about speculation. That comes with it, and you try and avoid it at all costs. But there was some talk in the last 24 hours that maybe Besiktas are looking at him. Not so much on that, but from your point of view, is he a guy you really feel is key to what you're going to try and do in the championship next season?
Yes, he's a key player for us. So I think he started also in this season in 32 games on Premier League level. That says a lot about my trust and my belief in him. And he scored the most goals. Of course, the second part of the season was difficult for him because we're struggling as a team. Then you're also struggling a bit as a striker. He missed, of course, also a few chances like now today. You could also feel in this situation that he was not full of confidence and full in his rhythm. Also, the lockdown period was also a bit difficult. And if I'm honest, there are not many players in world football who have played more games in the last 24 months. And he was so important for us during the championship in the first part of the Premier League. also for his national teams, you could feel in the second part of the season, he was a bit tired. So for him, it will be also important right now that he can recover a bit and a fresh start. And I'm pretty sure and also confident that he will be unbelievably important for us during the next season, because he's a key player and I totally trust him and will always back him and believe in his abilities. And will be also easier for our strikers to score goals than next season on this level. It won't be easy, but definitely easier than in comparison to the Premier League.
Cheers, Daniel. Enjoy that break over the summer as well. All the best.
I will. Thank you. Same back to you, Pat.
Thanks.